2019 marked a year of strong economic growth here in California. So how is the new year looking? Joining me now is Michael Bernick. He's special counsel at Duane Morris in San Francisco. Now, Michael, let's start with 2019. You said it was a year of unprecedented growth. What does that mean?
Well, it really is an extraordinary time in California employment. I've been involved for 40 years. The current unemployment rate, which is 3.9%, is the lowest unemployment we've had since the new methodology was introduced in the 1970s. We gained over 320,000 payroll jobs just in the past year, and we've now gained 3.5 million payroll jobs since the depth of the recession in February 2010. So I think we're still too close to it to appreciate what an extraordinary time it is, but seeing it from this 40-year horizon, I can tell you it is.
All right, so you've got the perspective for us. But what do you attribute that success to? I mean, is it political? Is it cultural? What's the genesis of that?
Well, the main determinant of the employment or unemployment rate in our state is the national, and of course we've followed the very low unemployment of the national rate, which is even below us at 3.5%. But it also picks up strengths of our own state's economy, particularly the very strong entrepreneurial spirit, the strong business starts, especially where we are here in the Bay Area, and also the diversification of the economy. If we look at what sectors created jobs, the job growth has really been across sectors, not just limited to information technology or business services, but it's spread across sectors.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I mean, you think growth in San Francisco, it's all going to be tech, but that's good to know that it is in other areas and other avenues as well. Moving forward, 2020, we've got a new decade, a new year. What's on the horizon for us?
Well, most projections for job growth are in the range of about 1.7 to 2%, which is strong, slightly slower than we've seen over the past 5 years in our state, but still strong. It's very interesting. Throughout the past decades, we've continually heard that manufacturing in California is dead. In fact, we still have, or now have, over 1.3 million manufacturing jobs. And as I mentioned, the job growth has been among sectors. I think going into 2020, we've seen the past year education and health services has been our strongest sector growth, nearly 110,000 jobs. Business and professional services, another very strong growth area. So I think those two in particular, construction, which was way down during the recession. We had fewer than 500,000 construction jobs in 2010. Now we're over 900,000 construction jobs in our state.
Well, and as our community ages, healthcare jobs will only increase with the demand there. I feel like since the recession, there's always this underlying fear with the stock market getting high and economics going really well. Oh, there's the next recession. It's on the horizon. What's your prediction there?
Well, we've been told it's on the horizon for the last 3 years,
right,
and it hasn't come about. We were told that the tariff wars, and particularly the tariff wars with China, would sink the economy, and particularly here in California with our ag economy, but that hasn't happened. Obviously, the job growth has slowed and will be slower somewhat in 2010, but I think absent these other dislocations, or a dislocation that we haven't seen in our state, there's every reason to think this job growth will slowly continue.
One of the industries where we've seen a little bit of slowing, I mean, very little, considering, is the housing market. Is there the next bubble bursting there, or is this something to be concerned about, and it's just kind of about time considering the boom we've had for so many years?
Well, if you look at the job numbers, certainly the job growth within construction has really steadily increased since 2010. As I say, now over 900,000 construction jobs. And given the emphasis, you can't turn your head without some article about housing crisis in California. We need more housing, we need more building. That may or may not be the case, but whatever, there's a real push to build more housing, and my sense is that we'll continue to see investment in the residential market.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right, Michael Bernick with Duane Morris, thank you so much for joining us.